We do a combination of research and programming, and our research work has been for almost the last 18 to 20 years, learning and growing and finding ways to engage in research in a meaningful way. And it's probably after about 15 or 16 years, I finally begun to introduce myself in places as a researcher. I do community work was what was my expression, but I've come to really embrace that I'm incredibly nosy and incredibly curious, and that really suits research well. So that's my new home and way of understanding that. And so in Can's research work, we've looked at both ways of doing research as well as addressing topics of interest. And so what's brought us here is the project that is now called the Drum and Sash. And Alex did a wonderful introduction of some of that history, and we'll present more later on. What's exciting for me, as this national organization, we've often done research projects that have tried to travel across the country to different spots and territories. Drum and Sash is one of our projects that is really, as a national organization, a partnership within the province. And of course, being very respectful of the role that we might bring in terms of our experience and wisdom, but very much respecting that, we're not here in the province, so we're led by Alberta. And to have built a partnership with MNA has been an effort that has been so well worth it, and a lot of humble moments of learning. So I really appreciated that opportunity, and we've seen the need. Our ability as a national organization to do a large, broad research project has an important place, I hope, I believe, in Canada, but we need local knowledge, and we need to understand what's happening and what's meaningful and relevant in place. And so this particular project being Alberta specific, and then having connection to First Nations and First Nation diversity between the North and South, and really, after many, many decades of raised advocacy, to be sure that there is Métis-specific voice and inclusion in our national organization's pan-Indigenous work, to have a Métis-specific element that we can really, truly hold up and say is Métis-driven, is Métis-informed, is Métis-led, and is something that I'm very, very proud of, and very proud to be part of, not to take any ownership. So I just wanted to say thank you very much, and appreciate the day.
So we have some others, and think of this as our Métis kitchen table. We want to make sure that everybody is included. We have folks from Street Works, and I got to tell you, it was right down to the wire, and we needed somebody to jump up and locally that would say, yes, I'll take this on. So Keith Clark is our hero of the local day, and you just stand up and introduce yourself, and yeah, there you go.
So I'm Keith Clark. It's the street clinic here in Red Deer. Streetworks is in Edmonton, but I'm a nurse practitioner for the past 5 years and run the street clinic downtown Red Deer for that time period. And just really happy to be involved in this initiative to help find some STVVIs that need to be treated, and hopefully we can just do that here. And then I brought my receptionist and admin assist, Debbie, with me as well today. So.
There you go. And so for our team as well, we have two exciting young people. Some of us are getting older than we even want to admit, but we've got young blood coming behind us. Danielle is our Métis. Tell us who you are and what you're doing.
Hi, I'm Danielle Atkinson. I am a graduate research assistant with the Drum and Sash project. I myself am Métis. My family comes from the Red River settlement and then Duck Lake, Saskatchewan. But we've lived in BC for several generations, and I'm well involved with a lot of the youth stuff at MNBC. And my work with the Drum and Sash project is going to be focusing on evaluating the dried blood spot testing through a Métis lens. And I'm so thrilled to be here and so excited that the Métis community here is the one that is driving this forward and being the first in the province. It's so exciting and very, very exciting. So thank you for having me.
There you go.
when you've been in school forever and you finish all of the programs, and they call you a postdoctoral fellow. So I'm working at doing research with the Drum and Sash team, and I'm based in partnership and working through the University of Victoria. But as you've heard, this project has many partners from all over the place, and it's, I think, a really great strength of all the things that are happening. So I'm very glad to be here and excited for this meeting.
And one of our family, I was just going to say,
Yes. I have, people tell me I throw people into the fire. Maybe it's your turn to
Sure.
Yeah, you should.
Hello everyone, my name is Kevin Cunningham from Turning Point Society of Central Alberta. We're just down the street from Ray at Shining Mountains Ray campus. And I do health promotion outreach, which is a program for people who are living with HIV, hepatitis C, connecting them to resources. And I also do rural outreach in the central west zone of Alberta, so Rocky Mountain House, Pinoka, Wetaskiwin, Sunchild, Ochese, and Muskocheese. And I also do overdose prevention program with Turning Point and talk about current drug trends and what we're seeing down there and how to recognize and reverse an opioid overdose and naloxone distribution. I'm happy to be in the room, and I advocated for dry blood spot testing a couple of years ago when I first heard about the pilot projects, because I recognized how important it could be and how much less invasive it is than phlebotomy. So I'm really happy to be here. Thank you.
Community member beside Marlon. Yes, Marlon has to introduce himself.
Hi there, I'm Marlon Johnson. I was given that name, well, my grandfather was given that name. His name was Ististat, he was from Norway. My grandmother was Gaucher in Badger, and there's a little bit of history about that. There's out on Sports Hall of Fame outside of town, there's a little teepee that's walking to, and there's my grandmother sitting with 5 other women in this little teepee, and it explains to many people about the nomads and the wanderers, and yeah, so that was really exciting for me to see some years back, but it gives me a place to call home. I've always called home Northern Alberta, but now I know that it's down here. I am a volunteer for Shining Mountains, anything Métis, and yeah, I'm glad to be here, and thank you for your time.
I don't know who this gentleman is.
Brian.
Yeah.
My name is Brian. I've been reaching out, and I was at the meeting with you a couple weeks ago. We kind of jumped the gun, and I didn't reach out to enough community partners clearly, but I'm trying to make an effort to do that now. And we're running a pharmacist-led Hep C clinic in Red Deer, trying to bring in as much kind of feedback as we can to try to optimize that program, provide access in the community, any linkage to care that we can help with. That's kind of the initiatives we're trying to promote and see wherever we can support. We'd love to, and just have as many conversations as possible. So, that's me. Thank you.
And so, last and least of these, my name's Carrie Lynn. I'm the coordinator of Drum and Sash, a proud Métis from Gift Lake, Métis settlement north of Slave Lake, that lives in Edmonton and very much misses my bush. So I come from a long line of mixed. My goodness, Heinz 57 has nothing on me, but we have the strong Cree and out in the west coast, and I have the Coast Salish as well, but all mixtures. I found out from, you know that DNA stuff from here? Holy smokes. I even got African too, so hey, I'm politically correct in every circle that I sit. But really excited to see this group, and I just want to acknowledge everybody on the team that you referenced, Chris. I have never in my life seen government and community and organizations come together. Our very first, you weren't even on those calls, Chris, but our very first calls when we were talking about, John, you were on that call, where you could just feel people's anxiety going, oh my God, really? We're gonna do this and this, you know, how are we going to do this? Because there's such a responsibility. And things can't, you just can't throw the snowball up and hope, you know, it hits where it's supposed to. The algorithms that are needed, the processes, everybody on board, and because it's so important, I think I had no idea when I put my arm out and they took, I had no idea of the algorithm and where it went and who did what with what. I just said, I give blood, they give me results, you know. But this is all about the person. This is all about making sure that when somebody comes and gets a dry blood spot test, that they are confident that that is going to be handled the right way, that it's going to go to the right people, and that the result is going to be accurate, and that they're going to hear back about it. But the exciting thing about having Drum and Sash is not only are they going to hear the results, but we are going to be giving them an opportunity to have, select the services and the people that they want around them to support them in whatever journey. And even those, and this is critically important, even those who test negative, it's a teaching opportunity how to keep themselves safe. And so with all our partnerships and the local organizations that are represented here, you know, the clinic, we are meeting tomorrow, just for those of you who don't know, in a partnership meeting. And tomorrow, all of the people that are partnering in the organizations, if you haven't been invited, you're more than welcome here tomorrow, 10 to 4. There you go. You'll meet all your folks. We got peeps here you'll be interested in. And so what's going to happen there is we're going to decide and discover about what each of us does, where we fit into the Métis circle, which you're going to hear about. It's so exciting. And how we're going to work together so that the individual, who is always central to what we do and who we serve, is going to have the very best support they possibly can. And so when it comes to things like, Peter, when you were talking about, you think it's really important that it has a place in the college, then it is really important to know, can you do dry blood spot testing at the college? And if so, how are you going to have the linkage to care? Well, a very simple answer tomorrow would be that you can contact Shiny Mountains, and they're going to have that, and everybody's going to be connected to everybody else. So this is a really historically exciting time here. I have the absolute privilege and honor of working with the most amazing people and community that we'll be able to share later on as well. But this, for the mayor and for everybody else from Red Deer, the fact that the Métis are leading this, hey, that's an exciting time. That's time to get really excited about it. So we are going to invite John to come and tell us all about dry blood spot. He is the absolute author and expert in it. And we're just so happy that he was able to come in and be a part of what we're doing. And there's going to be a time for lots of questions and answers, so please don't go away from here wondering something about dry blood spot. No question is silly, and it's really important that you do really get it, so that when you're speaking to somebody else, you'll be able to explain it accurately. So. Now I'm just wondering, does anybody want washroom, coffee, whatever? Let's take a 5 minute. Can we do that?